A recession is hitting hard this time around, and we're all wondering, will this recession see massive layoffs? Welcome back to another episode of Financial Ventures. In this video, we'll look at the facts and see if we will be seeing a massive layoff in this recession. Keep watching until the end because not only will we tell you the answer to the question, but we will also let you know about the top indicators for declaring a recession. If you love content like this, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss any of our life-changing videos. Ready? Let's dive right in. What is recession? First things first. In order for us to fully understand the topic we have here, we need to understand recession. Recession is a contraction in the economy. It usually happens when there's a drop in aggregate demand. The term recession comes from the Latin word recessio, which means to go back or slow down. The most common cause of recession is a fall in consumer spending, and when businesses don't sell enough goods, they lay off employees or cut back on production and services. This can lead to more unemployment, which creates even more problems for the economy. If it happens a couple of times, it can turn into a downswing in economic activity known as a depression. Is a recession a bad thing? Well, I want you to imagine this. During a recession, people are less likely to buy houses or cars because they're worried about their jobs and finances. They may also stop spending money on entertainment like movies and concerts. This causes businesses that makes those things to lose money and lay off workers too, which means even less money for other businesses like grocery stores. In this way, one thing leads to another until an entire economy slows down due to lack of demand from consumers. But who calls the shot for a recession? None other than the Business Cycle Dating Committee. You may have heard of it, but if you haven't, allow me to introduce it to you. The committee is composed of economists who are tasked with determining when a recession begins and ends. They do this by looking at historical data. Now, let's look at the indicators for a recession. First, we have GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. It's a measure of the value of all the goods and services produced within a country's borders over a certain period of time. It is a useful indicator for how well an economy is doing because it can show whether or not the country's production is increasing or decreasing. During a recession, demand for goods and services drops, which means that companies will stop producing as much as they did before. This means that GDP will decrease, and since GDP is one of the most important indicators of economic health, this could indicate a recession. Job openings are an indicator of recession because they indicate whether or not businesses are hiring, and businesses often don't hire during recessions. Here's a short version for you. When a business is experiencing growth, it will hire new employees. When a business is experiencing a decrease in growth, it may have to let go of some employees. If the number of job openings decreases significantly, this can be an indicator of a recession. Now, let's look at the present situation. There were more than 11 million job opportunities as of the month of July. This demonstrates that there is a lack of workers to fill vacant positions. If it turns out that we are living in a world where there is a consistent shortage of jobs over time, then businesses will be operating in a reality that is fraught with difficulty. When you still have businesses like restaurants, hotels, and airlines desperately seeking skilled workers and attempting to fill open positions as quickly as they can, it makes for a very impressive time in the economy. Unemployment rate. Unemployment rate is a good indicator of recession because it shows how many people are out of work and looking for work. If the number is high, then it means that a lot of people are losing their jobs and possibly not getting hired again. That's bad news for them. And it can be bad news for the economy as a whole if those people don't have money to spend or pay their bills. Layoff rate. Layoff rates are a good indicator of recession because they can help you understand how many people are losing their jobs. Again, when the economy is doing well, companies generally don't have to lay off workers. But when times get tough, they may need to cut staff in order to stay afloat. But what about now? The percentage of workers who have been laid off has remained below 1%. That's quite close to the all-time lows we had before. The reason for this is that it is quite difficult to lose one's job in the service industry in the present, particularly in hospitals and restaurants. Due to the severe lack of available talent, businesses are considering the possibility of providing employees with a second opportunity. Please take note of this. The Federal Reserve is increasing interest rates in an effort to slow down the expansion of the labor market. And this is going to entail employee layoffs. Consumer confidence is a good indicator of recession because it tells you how consumers feel about their future. If consumers are feeling optimistic about the economy, then they will be more likely to spend money on things like cars, houses, and other big ticket items. However, if they have negative feelings about the economy, then their spending will be lower than usual. This can have an impact on whether or not a recession occurs. If consumers are spending money on large purchases like houses and cars, then businesses may also see an increase in sales resulting from those large purchases. This could lead to an economic boom for those businesses, which could use a recession down the line when people stop buying as much as they did during that boom period. As we all continue to fight tooth and nail, it's nice to hear that businesses are trying to figure out how they can work together with the economy to change things up a bit. It seems like this recession has been making strides in trying to gain ground towards being over. Let's hope things will get better soon. What do you think about this recession? Will this produce a massive layoff? Engage with us in the comments section below, and we would love to hear your thoughts about this topic. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. See you in the next video, and always keep in mind that in your life's adventure, it's better with financial ventures.